The federal government just deposited $1,000 into an investment account for every American baby born since January 1st, 2025. No application, no income test, no strings attached on the front end. Just $1,000 automatically seeded by the U.S. Treasury, invested in a low-cost stock index fund, sitting there compounding from the day your child is born. That is genuinely one of the most interesting things the U.S. government has done with money in years. And if you have a child under 18 right now, or you're planning to, you probably want to understand exactly what this is, what it isn't, and the specific fine print that changes the entire calculation depending on what you're actually trying to do with it. Because here's the thing that nobody's talking about on top of the free money headline. This account has real limitations that make it the right choice in some situations and the wrong choice in others.
And if you put the wrong money into it for the wrong reason, you could end up paying taxes you didn't have to pay on growth you already paid taxes on going in, for a purpose the account wasn't designed for. So, today we're going to do something that most coverage of this account hasn't done. We're going to tell you the full truth about it. My name is Eric, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, tax-advantaged accounts, and the gap between what a financial product is marketed as and what it actually does when you read the rules carefully. If you want to know whether the Trump account is actually worth using, and if so, how, subscribe and give this a thumbs up. This one's going to save some people from a decision they'll regret.
Let's start with the basics, because the mechanics of this account are genuinely a little unusual, and it's worth understanding what you're actually dealing with before we get into whether it makes sense for your family. Trump accounts, officially called 530A accounts under the Internal Revenue Code, created by the One Big Beautiful Bill Act signed into law in July 2025, are tax-advantaged investment accounts available to any child under 18 with a valid Social Security number. The accounts went live on July 4th, 2026, and you open one through IRS Form 4547 or directly at trumpaccounts.gov, with BNY Mellon and Robinhood managing the initial infrastructure.
Here's what you get. Children born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028 who are U.S. citizens with a valid Social Security number receive a one-time $1,000 seed deposit from the U.S. Treasury. That deposit does not count against your annual contribution limit. Beyond the seed money, parents, guardians, grandparents, and others can contribute up to $5,000 per year in after-tax dollars until the year before the child turns 18. Employers can also contribute up to $2,500 annually, which doesn't count as taxable income to the employee, but does count toward the $5,000 annual cap. The money inside the account is invested in low-cost mutual funds, or ETFs tracking a U.S. stock index. Think S&P 500 style exposure. It grows tax-deferred, meaning no capital gains or dividend taxes while the money is compounding. And here's a number that should make any parent stop scrolling. A child born today who receives the initial $1,000 deposit plus maximum $5,000 annual contributions could end up with more than $191,000 by the time they turn 18.
So far, so good. Now here's where the fine print starts to matter. When a child turns 18, their account will generally be treated as a traditional IRA under normal tax rules. That means withdrawals before age 59 and a half are subject to income taxes plus a 10% early withdrawal penalty, with certain exceptions. And unlike a Roth IRA, where your contributions and growth come out completely tax-free in retirement, Trump accounts are tax-deferred, not tax-free. Withdrawals of contributions and all earnings will face ordinary income tax. That distinction, tax-deferred versus tax-free, is the single most important thing to understand about this account. And it's the thing the marketing almost never says out loud.
Here's the real question nobody's answering clearly. Is a Trump account actually better than what already exists? For the $1,000 seed money, the answer is simple and unconditional. Just as advisors recommend contributing enough to a 401k to get the full employer match, there is no reason to pass up the government seed money. If the government is giving you free money, you should take it. Open the account, claim the $1,000, let it compound in an index fund for 18 years. No debate there. The debate starts the moment you consider contributing your own money, beyond the seed deposit. Because the moment you start putting in additional dollars, you have to ask, Compared to what? And the honest answer is that for the most common reason parents save money for kids, college, the Trump account is actually the inferior vehicle. Here's why.
529 accounts are essentially Roth accounts for education expenses. Growth on after-tax contributions isn't taxed. With a Trump account, the growth on post-tax money is taxed as ordinary income at withdrawal. If your child uses the money for college, a 529 withdrawal is completely tax-free. A Trump account withdrawal for college still triggers income taxes on earnings because the early withdrawal penalty exception for education exists, but the income tax doesn't disappear. You're comparing tax-free to tax-deferred, then taxed. For college savings specifically, 529 plans offer a greater tax advantage than Trump accounts.
There's also the contribution limit problem. With a 529, parents can contribute up to $95,000 in a single year, or $190,000 for a married couple, using 5-year gift tax averaging, without triggering gift tax reporting. A Trump account caps contributions at $5,000 per year total. If college costs keep rising the way they have been, $5,000 a year may not move the needle fast enough on education savings. For education, 529s are way ahead of everything else. That's a direct quote from a Morningstar analysis, not a hot take. Now here's where the picture gets more nuanced, and this is the contrarian insight that most people aren't picking up from the headlines. The Trump account is not a college savings account. It was never designed to be one. It's a retirement savings account in your child's name. And evaluated on those terms, as a long-term retirement head start for a child who has no earned income yet, it does something no other account currently does.
The biggest benefit isn't the $1,000 seed. It's the absence of an earned income requirement. Now you can help your child start saving for retirement as soon as they're born, rather than waiting until they get a job. Before this account existed, the only way to put retirement money in a child's name was a custodial Roth IRA, which requires the child to have earned income equal to the contribution amount. Most kids under 16 don't have that. The Trump account removes that barrier entirely. So here's the honest framework. Claim the $1,000 no matter what. Contribute additional personal dollars only if your education savings are already funded through a 529, and only if you're thinking about this as a retirement head start for your child, rather than a college fund. Let's walk through the actual decision sequence a parent should use, because the order you do things in here genuinely matters. Step 1. Open the account and claim the $1,000 seed if your child is eligible. This is unconditional. There are no income restrictions for establishing a Trump account. All you need is a valid Social Security number. File IRS Form 4547 or go to trumpaccounts.gov. If your child was born between January 1, 2025 and December 31, 2028, the Treasury deposits $1,000 automatically. If your child is older, no seed money, but you can still open the account and contribute. The $1,000 doesn't cost you anything and starts compounding immediately in an index fund. There is no scenario where a parent of an eligible child should skip this step.
Step 2. Before contributing anything extra, check your employer's plan. Some employers may provide a direct contribution of up to $2,500 per year per employee on behalf of the employee's dependent child. BlackRock and BNY Mellon have already announced they'll match the federal seed for their employees' children. More companies are expected to follow. This is effectively employer matching for your kid's account. Same logic as your 401k match. Capture it if it exists. It doesn't count as your taxable income. Step 3. Fund your 529 first if college is the goal. If your primary objective is education savings, contribute to a 529 before putting personal dollars into the Trump account. The tax advantage is simply better. Tax-free growth and tax-free withdrawal for qualified education expenses versus tax-deferred growth and taxable withdrawal on the Trump account side.
Because these accounts serve different purposes, many families can consider using both, a 529 for education costs, a Trump account as a long-term wealth-building complement. Step 4. If education is funded, consider additional Trump account contributions for retirement head start. This is where the account earns its keep beyond the seed money. A child who has $1,000 seeded at birth and whose parents contribute even $100 a month, well below the $5,000 annual cap, into a U.S. stock index fund from birth to 18 will enter adulthood with a retirement account balance that most Americans don't reach until their 40s. The compound math over 60-plus years from that starting point is staggering.
Step 5. Plan what happens at 18. This is the step almost nobody is talking about, and it's genuinely important. Once a child turns 18, most kids will have the ability to do whatever they want with their Trump account, up to and including liquidating it entirely. If an 18-year-old cashes out a Trump account with significant earnings, they're paying ordinary income tax on those earnings, plus a 10% early withdrawal penalty. That would be a painful and avoidable outcome. The smart play? Once the child is out of school and no longer subject to the kiddie tax, typically at age 24, consider a Roth conversion. The young person pays income tax on the balance once, and then the money grows tax-free for the rest of their life.
Let's put real numbers to both scenarios so you can see exactly what you're comparing. Scenario 1. You open a Trump account for your newborn, claim the $1,000 seed, contribute nothing else, and let it sit in an S&P 500 index fund for 60 years until your child is ready to retire. At a 7% average annual return, that $1,000 becomes approximately $57,000. At that point, if your child does a Roth conversion in their early 20s when they're in a low tax bracket, they pay ordinary income tax once on the converted amount, and the rest compounds tax-free. That one government check, properly managed, can form a meaningful piece of a retirement portfolio, all for one Form 4547 and zero personal dollars contributed.
Scenario 2. You contribute the full $5,000 annually from birth to age 18, $90,000 total out of pocket on top of the $1,000 seed. At 7% annual return, the account reaches approximately $191,000 at age 18. By retirement at 65, assuming no additional contributions and continued 7% growth, that $191,000 becomes roughly $4.1 million. The child entered adulthood with a retirement account most people never reach. The catch? Every dollar withdrawn in retirement is taxed as ordinary income, unlike a Roth, so a $4.1 million balance has a real but manageable tax liability attached to it. The Roth conversion strategy at age 24 changes this equation significantly and is worth planning for from the start. The comparison to a 529 for the same $5,000 annual contribution? The 529 wins on education spending because every dollar comes out tax-free for qualified expenses. The Trump account wins on flexibility after 18 and on retirement accumulation if the Roth conversion is executed correctly. Here's the honest summary. The $1,000 seed is free money. Claim it. There is no world in which a parent of an eligible child should leave that on the table. The account is real, the app is live, the Treasury is funding it. File the form. Beyond the seed money, the Trump account is a retirement account for your child, not a college savings account. If you're thinking of it as a college fund, a 529 is the better tool. Cleaner tax treatment, higher contribution limits, more flexibility if your kid doesn't end up using it for education. If you're thinking of it as a retirement head start that bypasses the earned income requirement that blocked this kind of move before, it's genuinely useful, especially if you pair it with a Roth conversion in your child's early 20s. The headline is exciting. Free money, compounding for decades, a piece of the stock market for every American child from birth. That part is real. The fine print is what separates the families who use this well from the ones who discover at age 18 that tax-deferred and tax-free are very different things. Now you know which one this is.